What's up, y'all? How you doing? This is Nap Time Builder. I'm Jacob, and here we are. All right, look, I just got done mowing. As you can hear the leaf blower going off. Started blowing off the porches and driveway and all that. Little man wants to do it. I'm gonna let him do it. Is it gonna be the best job ever? No, but he loves helping. I'm gonna let him help. So, while he's doing that, I'm gonna talk to you for a minute, all right? So look, I know my videos is totally all screwed up, like rotation wise, because I had like 4 or so videos ready to go, and sorry, oh that was cold. Sorry, I just realized water was in this. I was gonna dump it right quick, but I had like 4 or so videos ready to go, and then along came the F100 Super Nationals, all that jazz. So I didn't want to make that video and then wait to post it like a month later. So I went ahead and posted it like a day after we come home. So that knocked all my stuff off even another week longer than it is. Well, here I am about to do it again, because in less than a month is Bumps and Dents on the Mountain, which is in Mentone, Alabama. It's only like an hour from here, all right? I was a little upset, F100 Super Nationals, that I did not have my truck done. The 55 is a long way from being done, because we're trying to take my time and do things semi-right and all this, you know. Bumps and Dents on the Mountain, on the other hand, is, like I said, only like an hour away. And I got a couple bump sites. I'm looking at one of them right now. Well, 2 of them, I guess you would say, right now. And I got 2 72s. One of them actually has a motor and transmission in it. Claimed to have run shortly before I got it, but hey, it's got a stud. What is it? A rocker stud broke off in the head. But I just pulled that other 302 apart in there, and I ordered some new heads for it. So those heads are up for grabs. I could take them heads, put them on this truck. They don't have broke studs. So, I'm not saying that's the only problem this truck has. I couldn't even get it to turn over. So, you know, what I'm beating around the bush out here is that 72 right there. I'm wanting to see if I can do bare minimum. She ain't gonna be pretty, but I'm gonna see if I can do bare minimum and get this thing to the Bumps and Dents on the Mountain. Holes in the floor and all. Ooh, that hole right there is in a good spot. Easy to change that brake hose there. There, right there. Look at that. Brake hose, boy. That's perfect. And then, you know, you got these other holes. Oh, it's lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, she's a beaut. She's a beaut, Clark. So, look, she's got new tires on her. How many? We could scuff them wheels up and shoot some paint on them, you know what I'm saying? I want to throw some hubcaps on them. I think I got some hubcaps on the wall in there. Might fit this old girl. But that's what I would love to do. We get her going, putt up her. I don't know, she might not be able to make it up the mountain. I don't know, I might be asking too much. I only got like, what, 3 weeks? And today was a full day. I could have worked on things, but we had other things that had to be done. And the biggest thing I did for me was get some tires actually put on the Dodge today so I can drive it. Speaking of that, we're about to use it to yank this mug out. All right, y'all. Well, we got the 72. Whew, bruh. We got the 72 here moved with the help of my beautiful wife. Wait a minute. No, I got the 72 moved. She helped me move the dually around back. That was a chore. Now me and the hoodlums. Is that y'all's names?
No.
Is that, Is hoodlums not your names? No! Hey, I know. It's heathens, right?
No!
Oh my goodness, these crazy. All right, these crazy kids and I are about to pressure wash this thing.
Stop!
Oh, was that not it?
No.
Apparently I got it wrong again. Apparently I'm just terrible with names today. I don't know. But also, you seen them on TikTok. My little wand here, my little graffiti looking wand. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. But but I know I ain't got that turned on yet. But hey, don't not yet. But we're gonna try this thing out, see how it works. Hopefully it works as well as they say, because I get tired of fighting that big long one anyway. So Tyler, crank that thing up.
Okay.
Let's try this thing out. I gotta put an end in it, because that's all I got right now. That ain't gonna do nothing with it. All right, now we got a end on it. Let's see. Boy, I tell you what, that's a whole lot more comfortable. You like that new one a lot better?
Yeah. Isn't that white little tattoo? It feels like both of them. Huh? Yeah, I kind of wish it would get rushed off too.
That's asking a whole lot, buddy. My help left me. But look at her, boy. She looking a whole lot better. I mean, I think she even looks a little bit better on camera than she does in person. I think I do too. Don't say it a whole lot, because I'm ugly. About as ugly as that thing. But you know, it does look a whole lot better. Got a lot of mold and just built up crap growing on it, really, to be quite honest with you. It is disgusting. But all I did was pressure wash it, get the big stuff off. I will, probably in the next couple of days, give it a good scrubbing. Well, at some point I'll give it a scrubbing, because honestly it could use like a comet bath with like a little bit of grittiness, like a SOS pad or something. Not too bad. But and some comet around some of this rust, because it's got the runs and everything, and ain't no other way to get that off really that I know of. And but it looks a lot better than it did. Now, I'd love to get this thing going. If we don't get it going, it's not the end of the world. But I'm kind of testing myself, and honestly, I don't really see it happening if we're being very serious with ourselves. But we're gonna try. It's less than a month. It's just me. It's already got new tires on it. Okay, I put new tires on it a while back, like a big dummy. I got a brand new gas tank in it. I believe it has a new fuel pump, and I have a new starter. I mean, that's a few very big components right there, okay? So we're gonna see what we can do with it. I got a few days off here, and you know, I'd love to see some life come out of this thing. Like I said, let's listen at her purr, that big old exhaust leak. That daggum Lincoln never fails. Pushed her right up in there. You know, if I was Rad Fabs, in less than a month, I could have that body sitting on that chassis. But I ain't as good as him. I ain't never done it before. And he's done a bunch of them. He know what he's doing. Boy, if I thought I could get it. If I thought I could get that done in less than a month, your boy be on it. I just ain't got that much faith in myself. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Hopefully I got a little bit more time. Good morning, y'all. It's the next morning. It's just hit 5 o'clock. I've been out here for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. But pulling the carburetor off right now. So what I've done so far, I was pretty sure it was stuck. I've not messed with the truck much at all since I got it. And, you know, I told you I threw well, I did tires, threw a gas tank in, I got a starter, and I put a fuel pump on it. I actually did do plugs, cap, and rotor, But since then, I've stole the plugs off of it. I think they went to the farm truck or the church truck. But, and I did pull the valve cover off once upon a time. And that's when I found out that the rocker stud was broke off into the head and all that. So, but I did go ahead and I pulled the plugs. I tried to turn it over. It's not budging. Hopefully it's just in a small rough spot that's, you know, a little hard to get past. Hopefully after that I can get it turning over fine. I just used my little camera to look down in all of the cylinders. They're not great, but they're not terrible. But 3 of the 8 are still holding liquid from when I tried to soak down the cylinders and, you know, breaker free. So, you know, that's been a good long while. So, you know, yay me. All right, y'all, it's time for an update. I've been busy, all right? It was nasty up under there. Finally starting to get a little light outside. Whew. But here's where we are at. Both heads off, first end. Look how disgusting that is. It's just piled up. I do got some trash around in there. I'll take the vacuum cleaner, get it out. The antifreeze was not there until I pulled the head up and loosened it up. So I told you I'd look down in the cylinders earlier, so I know that the antifreeze wasn't there. So there's that. The head gasket wasn't blown then, so that's cool. Still redness back yonder from where, and a little bit right there, from where I had poured stuff down the cylinders a while back, and it just never really helped. I need to get my vacuum cleaner and suck all that out, and if it'll suck that liquid out, I'll do that too. And pretty much clean up everything I can with the vacuum cleaner. And then I'll probably get my wire wheel, the wire wheel on the end of my drill, and clean off the top of them pistons if I can. Clean up what I can with it. And if I can get this thing turning over, then I'll turn it over by hand. And then I'll take my dingle ball home and get what I can and clean up the walls and everything. All right, so let me climb up here again. So, you know, not completely terrible. That right there is kind of nasty. And I vacuumed this out. I'll have to wipe it out and do a little bit better cleaning. And, you know, not terrible. Not exactly terrible. Absolutely terrible. Look at that. That's very bad. And nothing's not the best, but I think it'll be all right. That one right there, I would say, is the big problem. I think I'm gonna see if maybe, I don't know what's in that. There's obviously something in it though, because look. See right there at the bottom? Right there at the bottom, it's caked up in there. You see that little slice, or that little groove right around in there? That's from my screwdriver, dude. It's ridiculous. So, I think now that I vacuumed that out, there's not a whole lot keeping this thing from turning over. So, I'm gonna, you know, try to. Probably ain't gonna be able to one-handed here, so let me sit y'all down. All right, so that didn't work, so let's try the wire wheel, I guess. All right, y'all, it's the next morning, about the same time, dark. Let's see, where did I get to? You know, yesterday we tore the heads off. intake, all that, took all that off. Got down to it, tried cranking on that crank bolt with breaker bar. Couldn't get no movement at all. And I'm talking about putting all my weight on it. And there's a decent amount there. Okay. Never got nothing. So, let me see, I think after that we stopped. Had to get ready for soccer practice. I had a birthday party. Came back home yesterday evening. Tried again. Obviously nothing. But then I got a small chunk of wood and placed it on top of the piston heads and hit them a few times. You know, I ain't swinging them like a sledgehammer or nothing, but I was tapping them pretty good just to see if I could kind of break it loose. Did not work. Okay, maybe I wasn't hitting hard enough. I was a little scared. I don't want to break a piston. I would love to be able to break it loose and make it work instead of breaking a piston. But so now we have resorted to another method. My phone didn't charge last night, so I've already tried the method and it's in the process of doing its thing now. So I guess I'm gonna show you what I got. So you know, got my engine stand here. So got the engine stand here, breaker bar. Got a bolt through the breaker bar to hopefully the hook won't slip off. It's holding constant pressure on that. Then I used my torch and I was going around trying to heat these pistons up just a little bit. And then I did a whole lot more. Still nothing. So then I just filled the cylinders that I could, other than the two that's top dead center, up with ATF. So that's where we're at right now. That rooster starts early, man, and he goes all day long. But anyways, that's where we're at right now. And honestly, I don't expect this to work. So I'm hoping my uncle gets back with me sometime today about if he still has that engine or not. And it's supposed to be freed up, so if it's freed up and will actually spin over, then it's already leaps and bounds in better condition than this one is right now. Bad thing is, this is only part of the story. I mean, I'm still gonna have to get the brakes, make sure the brakes are working. This thing's got 4-wheel drum brakes on it because they didn't start the disc brakes on these until 73, I think. This is the 72. I mean, I'm sure there's some wires gonna need replaced or fixed up or whatever. There's gonna be a lot, but I mean, none of that other stuff matters if I got a stuck engine. So not much of an update, but that's the update for this morning. Hopefully by this evening, I can be in touch with my uncle and see if he's got that engine. And if he don't, then well, and if he don't, I guess we'll just try to find us one. Or if he don't, do we use the engine I'm in the process of rebuilding for the 55? Oh man, I don't know. I hate decisions sometimes. So, you know, we could always, if he don't have it, sorry, I'm making a lot of racket. I'm trying to get a charging cord here. But if he don't have it, then worst case scenario, we can finish building this engine over here. Stick it in there. Also, I'm not sure what kind of shape that transmission's in. Like I told you, it was a 3 on the tree. So I'm not sure what kind of shape the transmission's in. I did mess with the levers a little bit yesterday, and I think it would shift after a little working with the levers and stuff. It's the shifter up on the column, I believe, is the problem, the biggest problem. with it. Because it's got the up and down, because if you know anything about the 3-on-3, you know, you got the, is it first, second, third reverse, or is it 2 use reverse, then first, second, third? I can't remember exactly, it's been a while. But, yeah, it just goes up and down. It don't do the back and forths. But I'm not exactly sure where we're going from here. Not exactly sure. I'm a little fed up. Not really fed up, but pretty irritated. So, I guess we need to find out about that motor. Worst case scenario, we use this engine over here, and that one ends up not being usable because it's burnt or something, you know, it's too stuck. Because I'm not going to go get it bored out and all that crap. I ain't putting that much money into it. But, you know, I got a 460 and a C6 in the storage. If I have to use this one to get that truck going, I could always start rebuilding a 460 big block for the truck here. Decisions. I don't like them. I'll give you an update later. Sorry for the rambling. Apparently I'm in my feelings this morning or something. I don't know. We'll catch y'all later. Day 475. The engine stand holding the breaker bar up didn't work because even though that bolt down there is very tight, she slowly leaks down, relieving the pressure. Did not help anything, okay? So, we're going to be ripping this one out apparently. And I just brought home another one. So, and you can tell, she needs a little vacuuming out because they ain't got an intake or valve covers on it, okay? She's been covered up. She was covered up with plastic for a good while. The plastic kind of deteriorated. So I will have to get my little small vacuum cleaner and make sure I vacuum out every little crevice. We'll look in it with our camera. I forgot the name of the camera. You know, what do they call them, little bitty tiny whatever? Anyways, we'll look through it. You know, make sure she's good and clean. But here she is. Look at her right here. You can tell she's got new gaskets. Look at there. Look at there. She got new gaskets before she got a little paint job there. So apparently the people did go through it like they said they did. She got some dirt dauber's nest. I'll have to clean out a little bit. Worst case scenario, if we do have to remove the heads just to be able to clean it a little bit better, we'll just throw on some new head gaskets, you know. But we'll vacuum her out and all that. Look, she even got some little shorty headers, and boy, I even ended up with another set of shorty headers. Obviously, those are prettier than these, so we'll leave these on this engine. I'll put them on the engine for the 55. But there she is. I got to get her out of here, and at least up here and covered up out of the truck. So, oh my goodness. Let's get this thing out of here, up over here, over in front of the shop and covered up because we got some soccer practice. Tomorrow morning I'll come out. I was gonna say I'd start cleaning this out tomorrow morning, but they probably don't want that vacuum cleaner out here running 4 o'clock in the morning, okay? So I'll get under there and start tearing the engine and everything apart. Well, you know, not apart, but separating and trying to get it out of the way. Look at this I've seen, by the way. See that? This is the front of the engine. See that hump back there? That would be towards the rear, right? That's a rear sump. If I'd have just bought this mug before, when he first offered it up to me for that price, I wouldn't have had to buy that big expensive rear sump kit and pan in there that I paid good money for. Good morning, y'all. It's I think it just hit 6 o'clock. I've been out here for like an hour and a half, unbolting, seeing what I can get done. I was gonna pull the oil pan and try to tap from the bottom side just to free those up. I believe I'm just gonna go ahead, yank it all out. I'm gonna work on that engine later for something else. Like I said, we acquired one. She'll spin over. She's got new gaskets. You know, I mean, just makes more sense to go ahead and use it. So here's what we got. This is what my morning is looking like. It was a whole lot darker not long ago. But she's unbolted from the mounts. Just undone the linkages, the transmission, and the transmission mount in the rear. Hopefully this thing wants to work with me a little bit now.